Здравствуйте, уважаемые игроки и зрители моего канала. Мы продолжаем с вами проходить Игру Престолов. Нам надо найти для нашего брата так, зелье лечения и шлем, чтобы его никто не узнал. Так, и кажется, я знаю, где все это можно достать. Для начала мы зайдем сюда.
Sir Alistair, how are you faring today?
Well, maybe you could help me. I'm getting pain in my arm again. At River Spring, Maester Harwin has various ointments to treat this kind of thing.
Harwin, did you know we've formed quite the partnership and keep up regular correspondence with each other? He is a wise, loyal, and devoted friend.
Так.
He is a great man. I owe him a lot.
You know, what I've always admired about him is his thirst for knowledge, his curiosity. However, I must admit, he should have treated your burns better than that.
Actually, I did not wish for them to be healed. Meeting with the fire was no accident.
Ah, I understand. It would seem very uncharacteristic of Harwin.
Подозрение, так, не прекращать беседу слишком
I
долго.
would very much like to know more about the Citadel and your apprenticeship, Maester. I know almost nothing about it.
Ah, the Citadel, where I spent my happiest days. Do not be mistaken. I have no complaints with my current vocation. But what memories! Being young and walking in Old Town for the very first time.
I myself have stopped there 3 times. It is quite the sight. There's nothing like it in the whole of the 7 kingdoms.
And the Citadel, such a seat of learning. This is the place that fans the flames of knowledge across the world.
Each to his own, I suppose. Where you prefer to enlighten the mind through knowledge, I receive enlightenment from the Master's light.
Knowledge is key, my friend. It is only through the power of the written word that we can hand down our knowledge to our descendants.
You are not wrong, Maester. We use the old writings to teach our new apprentices, even at the temple.
Books hold such a lure for me. But forgive me, I'm digressing. I have exactly what you need for the pain right here. Here, let me apply this ointment for you.
Thank you, Maester, but I would rather apply it myself if you don't mind.
As you wish. It's just a habit of mine. Most people insist that I take care of everything. Take this. That should ease the pain.
Thank you very much. Good day to you. Good. This ointment should ease Gawain's pain. Now I need to find a helmet for him.
Да, теперь поищем шлем.
So, Alessander, was I not right? Did little Shori keep you nice and warm last night?
Certainly did. She was definitely up to the task. I think she may have actually enjoyed herself.
Of course she did. They all love it. You just have to force the issue sometimes.
Aye. Anyway, it won't be long before I get that one moaning with joy again.
After all, who knows if there'll be a war tomorrow? You have to take these opportunities while you can.
Вот свиньи.
This should work well. With that, my brother will go unnoticed. I've got everything I need. I must get back to Gawain.
Ща я вас всех обшмонаю. Ладно, до свидания. Так, отлично.
The Maester gave me this ointment. It should relieve the pain. And take this helmet. When we leave here, you must not be recognized. Can you handle this, brother?
I should be all right. I haven't been tortured in a few days while they concentrated on another prisoner. I've recovered a little.
Did Marianne wake?
No. She should be out for a while after the blow she took.
The last I heard, you were taken to the Red Keep. What happened to you after that?
It started with the letter I found on Father's desk a few months ago. He must have left it there ready to send. I read it. It was addressed to John Arryn, the King's Hand. He was telling him that he belonged to a Targaryen brotherhood set on overthrowing the crown. Father was at odds with Harlton because Harlton had arranged to put a bastard daughter of Aerys II in the king's bed.
What?
That was the jewel in Harlton's plan. His thinking was that the child from this union would be the perfect heir. Someone to bring supporters of every camp under one banner. By seizing the child and bringing it to power, he was ensuring his own place in governing the Seven Kingdoms.
But why would Father reveal this to Arryn?
Father was very annoyed when he found out what Harlton was planning. They had been friends for a long time, but Father was against the idea of using an innocent child to create chaos in the realm. Harlton and he quarreled fiercely. Harlton didn't want to change his plans, and so Father took steps to protect the girl.
So he wrote to Lord Arryn, asking him to take the girl under his protection.
When Harlton found out what Father was doing, the girl had already gone. Harlton was furious. He feared that their plan was now known to the crown, and that meant the end of the Brotherhood. So, he had Father poisoned.
What? That was Harlton?
He proudly revealed this to me while I was imprisoned.
He will pay for that, as R'hllor is my witness. We must leave while we have the chance. We will have time to talk once we're out of this cursed place.
Wait, Alistair. It's because of another prisoner that I was able to escape. That's who they're torturing right now. I could do nothing for him on my own, but now there are two of us. I'd like to return the favor and help him. He won't be able to hang on much longer. We have to go back to the dungeons.
Harlton is holding someone else captive?
Yes. He's been asking him about a young woman, the King's Hand, and his purpose. His fate has been worse than mine. He could well have information that might help us.
You have a point. And if this woman is the one I'm thinking of, then what he knows could be used against Harlton. No one knows you have escaped yet. We can make the most of that.
Listening.
We have to plan how we're getting out of here. We have to make sure we can escape unnoticed. No one can recognize you.
Don't worry. I'll leave all the pleasantries to you.
There is something else we can do that might help us.
What would that be?
One of the servants was telling me that the castle's best swords are training in the courtyard right now. Maybe it's a chance for me to fight them and put them out of action without raising suspicion. That would remove a few men who could get in our way.
We'll meet with the most difficulty in the dungeons.
Yes, we'll likely come across patrols there. We'll have to strike hard and fast.
You can count on me. As long as the ointment keeps working, I'll be fit to fight. The pain is almost gone.
Don't tire yourself, Gawain. I will not let you die here. I have not forgotten our house motto.
It's good to see you again, Alistair.
It is good indeed, little brother. We must go now.
Так. Сейчас нам надо освободить пленника.
Gods take me. The last time I crossed these gates, I was being thrown into the seven hells.
I'm sorry to put you through this, little brother.
We have to come back here. But don't worry, I'll be fine. Bloody gate is locked. We have to find Alexander. I'll wager he has the key.
How do you know?
I spent many weeks locked up down there. I had more than enough time to learn about my torturers. This Alexander, he would sometimes watch while the others ripped out my fingernails. We need to set him a trap. He won't be wary of you.
I might have an idea. There is a servant girl, Shori. It seems Alexander and his men have raped her. She could help us, and we could help her get a measure of revenge upon her torturers.
Угу. Ладно, пойдем к Шоре сходим. А вон он стоит.
Lord Sarwick, can I help you?
I happened to overhear some guards talking earlier. They were talking about you.
Oh no! Take pity, me lord.
Listen, I am here to help. You can tell me everything, child.
It's Alessander, me lord. He came to my bedchamber last night, he and his friends. I did not want them to. But Alessander is a knight. I am just a servant girl.
I see.
He's an animal. I hate him.
It is inexcusable what these men did to you. They should be punished.
But what can I do? I am but a whore to them. A poor servant girl who should be thankful for something to fill my belly.
You may not be able to wield a sword, but there are certain weapons that people say are more suited to a woman.
What are you suggesting?
As a servant girl, you serve wine and food to the guards, do you not?
Yes, I do. But why do you ask? The seven take me. Of course. A little poison in their beer and those pigs would never be able to violate a girl again. But I would need to find poison for that.
The good Maester Martin will have what you need in his stocks. I will pay him a visit. Wait for me here.
So you will help me take my vengeance. Thank you. Thank you, my lord.
Do not worry, Shuri. These rats will pay for what they've done.
Так, ладно. Блин, это не ролевая игра, это какой-то квест. Ходишь, блин, выполняешь всякие задания, поручения, капец.
How can I be of assistance?
I'm interested in poisons, and I was hoping you'd be able to share your expertise on the subject.
Poisons? I am the only one in the castle entrusted with their use. We have dangerous substances here. Terrible accidents could occur if they were to be used by untrained hands.
I understand.
Men tend to think of poison as a woman's weapon. I know of no knight worthy of the title who is interested in them.
On the contrary, I would submit to you that a knight who has not taken the time to understand the weapons of his adversaries would not be worthy of the title either.
Sadly, you speak the truth. You are indeed wiser than most of your peers, Sir Alistair.
Would you tell me more about your science, Maester Martin?
It would be an honor and a pleasure to talk to you about my work, Alistair. Please, ask me anything.
I've heard that you can use the same substance to heal and to kill. Is this true?
Yes, as it happens, that is true. But you can be assured that I have never killed anyone myself.
How can this work?
There are a number of substances that will heal in small enough doses, but in large doses they can be fatal. The skill is in knowing what the safe dose is. This is the way of the world. For the ignorant, it is full of danger. For those who care to understand it, it is full of opportunity.
Would you be able to show me such a substance?
Of course. Let's take a look at Heartsbane. I have a vial of it over there. If you add a tiny amount to a remedy, it can stimulate the patient's body. But only a few drops can cause instant death.
Fascinating. This is the kind of thing that interests me. I would like to spend more of my free time understanding such substances if I could. You know, while I was at Bravos, I was working on an antidote to the tears of Liz. Do you think I could borrow this vial?
Well, I'm sure I can trust you not to use it for dark purposes. Here, take it.
Thank you, Maester. I'm going to get to work on it immediately. Good day to you.
And good day to you. You must keep me informed of your progress. I would be very interested myself.
Как он шустро в доспехах бегает, а?
what you need. Pour the contents of this vial into their beer. All of it. No need to be sparing.
Perfect. I know these pigs, it'll be easy.
They will get what they deserve. Now go, and be careful.
Thank you, my lord. Those bastards will pay. It is done. Those pigs got what they deserved. They are going to the 7 L's thanks to you, my lord. And you know what? They were carrying plenty of coin. Here, I want you to have some. And here's the vial. I don't need it anymore.
Thank you. But you should leave these walls. A girl like you deserves better than to be trapped inside a castle where the Lord cannot control his guards.
Leave? For where? I have served here since I was born.
And you will die here too if you stay. The games your lord plays are too dangerous. You won't have a better chance than this. You should leave, now.
You are probably right.
You will always be welcomed at Riverspring if you ever need anything. Good luck, Shuri. May your future be filled with light.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Угу. Так, сейчас мы заберем ключик. Теперь можно прокачаться. Так, сила, ловкость, выносливость. Давай. Натиск. Что тут все прокачал, да? Что такое? Пассивный. Вообще тепло. Что-то дальше. Это что такое? Ваня по области. Ладно. Ну тут ничего не интересно. Ну ладно, погнали.
I'm going to the cells. Your master has someone locked up down there who he says would interest me. Step aside, please.
With all due respect, you're not
Чё он
understanding.
видит через этот шлем вообще?
The cells are too dangerous for someone of your
Я
rank.
думал, там
Please turn
какая-нибудь
around.
щель есть, тут даже щель нет.
I don't suppose you would change your mind. Not even for gold?
Whoever wants to go down there will have to step over my dead body.
So be it.
Так, это чё? А, попробуем вот это и вот это. И чё? Смотри-ка, вот разовлю. Вот это вот руби. Так, что это за фигня? Дезориентация. А, ну все. Так, ну мы отсюда потом выберемся.
Stay strong. It's not over yet.
Так. Мгм. Да чем бы тебя прибить-то таким? Ничего нету.
You risk yourself too much, Gawain. Do not
Капец,
forget
как
you're hurt.
это долго.
Don't worry. What was that? Seven hells, they're going to kill him.
Do not move from here. I'll take care of this.
Так,
Save him,
ну-ка я
Alistair.
хотел посмотреть,
I owe him
что
my
здесь
life.
есть. Есть, нифига нету. Сюда, что ли?
Guts, you heard your orders? Finish it. It's time to put an end to the trouble you've caused us, Crow. Now say your prayers. What the?
Moors, what in the flame are you doing here?
Alistair, is that you?
Tell me why I always find you in the worst of situations.
What about you? Why do you always take so much time to come?
Believe me, it's a long story. But we need to get away from here right now. Garwin told me that you helped him escape. Thank you for that.
Gawain? Your brother? I would never have recognized him. When I let him go, I thought he would leave me to rot here.
You're uglier than I remember. You must really have upset them.
You know me. Always good at making friends.
Right, let's get out of here before Halton comes for a little chat with us.
All right. But before we do, I want a little chat of my own with that bastard torturer.
Moors, we don't have time for that.
No! 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 Ah! No! Not that! Luckily for your friends, they are already dead. However, your pain is just beginning.
Жесть.
I think that should do it. Are you done?
This whoreson was lucky. He was dead before I could really enjoy myself. Gawain, it's you. I didn't expect to see you again.
I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do, considering the state I was in. I needed time to come up with a plan. I needed to stay hidden. When I got up there, I came across my brother. And it's because of him that I was able to come back.
2 Sawicks for the price of 1. Such an incredible honor. What concerns me slightly, though, is why you are here.
Так. Так.
Halton has been manipulating me for weeks. He had me believing Garwin had been murdered by the Crown, so that I would take sides with him. He used my emotions and my family to cloud my judgment. The truth was, my brother was being tortured down here while he welcomed me above as a distinguished guest. And that's not the worst of it. Halton murdered my father to protect his little conspiracy. And like a fool, all I was doing was helping him conspire against the crown.
That's not like you to be so naive.
What's done is done, but Halton will pay for everything he did.
А, брата его убили, что ли? Так, отлично, у нас... Ага. Так, выбрать. Твердить. Угу. Натиск. Давай возьмем это. Мастер воды. Ага. Пассивный. Это что такое? Так, мечетный ручной. Так. Цирковое оружие. Отлично. Так, кого убивать-то? А, вот это вот убивай. Пока тебя самого не убили. Так, где тут защита-то у меня? Защита. А. Так, вон того вон. Блин. Ух ты, как они меня долбят-то хорошо. Ага. Так, давай защиту возьмем. Ой, или что-то это было не защита. Фига он может... Давай его. Ага. Вот защита. Давай. Мозг, блин, это самое с кулаками дерется. Ты чё за нахер? Был.
You vile creature. Death is too good for you. Give me some time, Morse.
I didn't think we had time for this, Alistair.
Go. You got to have your fun with your torturer, didn't you? Let me have mine.
As you wish.
No, I can help you. Spare me.
Nothing you can say is of any consequence to me. First you will experience pain, and then you will die. I'm not finished yet. I'm only getting started.
Alistair, I really need to find my dog.
And we will, as long as I get to kill the other ones.
Так. Угу. О, вон там еще что-то. Блестяшка какая-то. Отлично. Так, ну-ка, что за предатель? 45. Ты чё? Урон секунду, урон скорость. Так. 45. Это 34. Твою мать, где предатель? Угу. Да, щит стражи Бартеонов 160. Изысканный кинжал, парадный меч 42. А это предатель. Так, 42, это 34. Мы это можем выбросить? Так, нет, ничего с ним не можем сделать. Ну ладно. Так, давай вот нашего Морса приоденем, а то он ходит как... Ага, так. $160, 120, 100, 110. Так. Предатель. Лавра. Так, 42, 43. Кинжал. Патронов. Что там? Что-то. Так, кольцо. Вот как-то так. Где теперь? Меч. Ну все. Так, ладно. Собаку твою надо найти, да? Где же твоя собака-то? Может быть. Денежки. Отлично. Блин, нам не сюда. Ща, подожди, найдем твою собаку. Здесь ничего нет. Нет, показалось. Не показалось. Так. Собаку пинает, тут сволочи. Ты чё собаку пинаешь, ты, скотина? Чё нету больше? Так. Ну все. Ты что можешь сделать? День. Офигеть, какой ракурс.
There you go, old boy. Gently does it.
I don't know why you go to so much trouble for this dog.
We've been together a long time, he and I. He'll help us, you'll see. I was able to help Gawain escape because of him.
Well, I hope he will help us, because Harton still awaits his fate.
Wait. It seems that one of these guards carries Jane's scent.
What are you talking about?
It's a young woman that Harton is holding. The damn fool thinks he can join in the Game of Thrones by using her.
And what are you planning to do about it?
You have to trust me, Alistair. There isn't time to explain. We have to follow this trail to find her right now.
Ну пойдем, господи. Так, что у этих ничего нету? Интересно. Пойдем, где здесь выход? катакомбах сам черт ногу сломит. Тут выход. Так, отлично. Давай-ка мы сделаем вот что с тобой. Ты сюда, ты сюда. Все вроде. Так, защита. Тени. Тоже все нельзя. Так. Давай, да, да вы чё, блин? Стадо баранов. Так, 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 так. Ну, чё ничего не используешь-то? Собаку тогда хотя бы возьми. А, тебя вырубили. Ладно, все лечимся. Так, давай, собака. Ух ты, как Алистер это долбит красиво. Так, ладно. Да блин. Ты чё? Так, ну вот это тебе. Да твою ж мать, а. Какие крепкие парни, а. Так, отлично, отлично. Угу. Никого не надо лечить. Наконец-то. Давай, долби его. Ты. Ну, хотя бы так его, что ли, стукнул. Наконец-то, а? Как это было все тяжко.
So?
I could have crippled them all under the guise of training, but I missed the opportunity.
Там еще. Погнали. Так, кто умирает? Выпей лекарство. Ладно. Алистер тоже выпил лекарство. Отлично, давайте вдвоем его уже зашатайте нахер. Все, запинали. Новый уровень дали. Забрать все, не отдавать ничего. Ну, давай. Повысим уже что-нибудь. Теперь ничего нету. Так. Здесь я все прокачал уже. Варк. Где хороший это был? А, ну ладно. Фиг с тобой. Давай тут. Так, отлично. Алистер. Подтвердить. Здесь ничего не надо. Ага. Пофиг, вот это тут давай. Тут тоже. Тут. Ладно, фиг с тобой, вот это вот прокачаем. Отлично. Так, все прокачали. Пойдем посмотрим, что у них тут есть. Угу. Щит. Твою мать. Ходит как... Ну-ка, погоди-ка. Ничего интересного нет. Ладно, пойдем дальше. Так. Твою. Так. Где у меня защита? А, ну. Мы возьмем вот это. А мы возьмем вот это. Так, чё? Угу. Ты все, больше ничего не можешь взять. А, что-то одно надо выбрать. Угу. Ты мне нужен. Вот это пламя. Все, зарубили просто в капусту и в морковку. Что здесь нифига нет? Пойдем. А, что-то есть. Стой, тут посмотрим. Оба. Денежки. Так. Тут смотри, тут с какой стороны не зайди. Оба. О, тут нихера понабежала. Просто мясорубка. Так, что бы мне использовать? Да, вот это. Ты Что можешь использовать еще? Вот это... А, это собака еще не может использовать. Так. А, ну этих-то двоих сейчас мы быстро забодаем. Блин, даже ничего нельзя. Давай, фас. Не-не, вот, давай, вот это. А, нет. Ну ладно, фиг с тобой. Так. Ну ладно, грызи его. Че не грызешь-то, сволочь? А, потому что он уже умер. Угу. Что тут еще есть? А, ну мы должны были отсюда и прийти, да? Погнали. Оба. Так, собака, ешь. Да долби его уже, господи. Так, ладно, делаем вот так. На тебя одеваем вот эту броню. Тебя чё? Так. И на тебя одеваем эту броню. Ну, погнали, посмотрим, кто на что способен. Потому что вас уже вообще ничего не спасает. Ага. Ты... Ладно, так руби. Вот это вот руби. Вот это... Ага. Угу. Так, ну-ка, ты что-нибудь сможешь сделать? О, да, вот это ты можешь, давай. Собака, давай грызи его. Давай, добивай его, добивай. Добивай. Так, что нет? О. Давай, еще один удар. На тебе по башке. О, готов. Это был просто ужасный бой. Ключ от башни. Где принцесса сидит. Что тут? Документы. Что здесь больше нет? Твою ж, погнали. Так. Сейчас мы твоего братка зарубим по-быстрому с двоечка. Ну, до тебя очередь идет. Так. Чу. Ладно. Лучше Алистер, чем Морс. Так можешь-то? Давай. Давай, добивай. Молодец. Ну это капец как. Все это настолько невыносимо.
Enough! Enemies are within our walls, so you will do as I say.
Enemies? Good. I can't wait to see them put you on a spit.
You little bitch!
Marianne, what are you doing here? You ought to have stayed quiet in that chest.
Trickery will get you nowhere. You should know that I have already warned my uncle. This place will soon be crawling with guards, traitor.
Bring them. I'm waiting.
Jane!
Moors, thank the Seven, you're alive! But what have those animals done to you?
Nothing compared to what I've done to them. We've come to get you out of here.
Not likely, I'm afraid. Tell me, Alistair. Does threatening women run in the family? It was your brother last time.
Silence, you soulless whore. Gawain is dead. If you dare speak another word about him, it will be the last word you utter. Morse, we've got the girl. Now I want Halton.
Who are you?
This is Alistair Sarwick. He's an old friend and loyal to us.
Alistair? The servants have spoken of you. You are one of this pig's guests. Moors, I don't trust your friend.
I trust him. We are brothers in arms, and our loyalty runs deep. He is only here because Halton deceived him, as he did us.
If you're right, why is he here in this castle?
We can discuss this once we're outside these walls.
Did you hear that? Someone is coming.
Halton, there you are.
Alistair, what is this act of treachery?
Take one step further and I'll gut you like a fish.
How dare you?
You poisoned my father. Then you murdered my brother in your vile dungeons. You lied and manipulated me. And now you dare accuse me of treachery.
Your father was well aware of the price he would have to pay for standing in my way. You are making the same mistake as your father. Listen, my niece has played no part in this. If you let her go, I will spare your lives.
So, Harton, how does it feel to see your family in danger?
Alistair, I beg of you, this has nothing to do with me.
Halton, if you let us leave the castle with Jane, we will spare your niece. You have my word as a knight.
I cannot do that, I'm afraid. Release her immediately or pay with your lives.
Uncle, please!
Silence, Marianne. You brought this on yourself. Careful now. Think hard about what you're doing.
Alistair, stay your hand.
Did you hear that, Marianne? Your own uncle cares not whether you live or die.
That's not true. If you let her go, you can both walk free from here. You have my word.
He lies! I know it. Don't do it, Alistair.
That he's lying, I have no doubt. But killing Marianne won't help us here. Get out of my sight before I change my mind.
You made the right choice. Death over dishonor.
Well, you are more stupid than I originally thought. I don't care for your values. Honor won't save you now. It looks like I have you at my mercy. Kill them, but don't harm the girl.
No!
Stop, all of you. No one fire. Jane, my child, don't do anything rash. Your life is too precious to me. Think about it. I'm offering you a future as Queen of Westeros.
I'd advise you to try nothing. Otherwise you risk killing the child.
Morse, this is our chance.
What do you mean?
You remember that night with the Frey twins, when their father came storming into the bedroom?
You broke your leg, if I remember well. We're too old for such foolery. Besides, Jane would never survive.
Well, do you have a better idea?
We'll never leave Jane.
Moors, they won't hurt me. Not while I have this child within me.
Jane, no.
You made the right choice, my child. You two, lay down your arms immediately. It's over.
Get ready, Morse. Harden! By law, you will pay for my family's death. Stop this!
Take the girl away, and keep her under close guard. As for these dogs, bring me their heads before nightfall.
Да.
Best to keep going, Alistair. We shouldn't stop now.
Relax, Moors. We need to gather our strength. Besides, we haven't seen anyone on our tail since yesterday. They're probably still searching the castle ditches for our bodies.
If we see them, it's already too late. Harton won't give up that easily. Maybe if we avoid building fires.
Listen, we're soaked, and the wind is like 1,000 icy daggers. I would rather die by the sword than by sickness.
15 years in the wall's shadow makes you get used to the cold. You will too.
I'm not so sure. Anyway, you never did tell me how you ended up in those dungeons. I would have thought you were protected from the political scheming of the Seven Kingdoms up at the wall. Something very important must have happened to get you involved in all that again. It had something to do with the girl, didn't it?
Yes. Good old John asked me to protect Jane.
Of course. Just like you to take on a dubious mission with nothing but John Aaron's word.
True enough. Well, I couldn't protect her by staying at Castle Black. I had to take her south, to get her out of harm's way, where no one would find her. I decided to take her to the house where I'd left my family, but we fell into a trap. Some escort I turned out to be.
Your house in the Riverlands? Why the flame did you go there?
I thought we would be safe there, and I wanted to see Taya and Serena again. But do you know what I found? Their graves. They're dead, Alistair. They've been dead all these years, and I had no idea. I took the Black only because I thought that you would be protecting them.
But what would you have done if you had known? Would you have deserted the war? You would have been executed for that.
What happened? When was it?
I don't know. Probably the work of brigands. It was just after the war ended. Soldiers and deserters were scouring the country. There was so much to do. I couldn't stay with your family each and every day. But when I returned to them, it was already too late. I paid them my last respects and buried them. It was all I could do.
That's all? You swore you would protect them, you bastard. You gave me your oath. You knew they were dangerous lands, and you left them in the middle of nowhere.
Blame me all you want if it helps you. I have cursed myself more than you ever could.
I doubt that. You would already have stuck a knife in your chest.
You were already at the wall. You didn't know what was happening at the time. Armies in disarray, everyone clamoring to win the new king's favor, scores being settled. I did what I could to protect your family, and I failed. But it was not me that put them in danger in the first place.
So now you blame me? I was ready to receive my punishment, and you urged me to take the Black to avoid it. They would have had nothing to fear if I'd never listened to you.
Horse shit! They would have died anyway, along with you. The moment you defied Lord Tywin Lannister, you condemned them along with yourself. I should never have let you do something so reckless.
So you think I should have murdered Princess Elia? A young girl and her barely weaned children. I could never carry out such an order.
But you had to. It was war. The Lannisters had to prove their loyalty to the Baratheons. Lord Tywin could not allow one of his knights to refuse an order at the time. You know the reigns of Castamere as well as I do, Mors. Tywin Lannister is so merciless that a song was made of his cruelty. You knew your refusal would put your family in danger, but that didn't matter, did it? Your precious honor always comes first.
Damn you, Alistair.
It's easy for you, isn't it? You have always acted first without regard for consequences, leaving others to pay for what you've done. After you left, I fell into disgrace and was left to take care of your family. And what good did it do? Did you know that Lord Tywin ordered Gregor the Mountain to do the job you refused? The way in which he massacred the princess and her children is one of the most vile stories to come out of that damned war. You could not have saved them. You condemned Tyre and Serena, and you dragged me down with you. So much for all the good that came of your fucking honor.
Do you think I have never thought of that? For 15 years, I have kept endless watch on freezing nights. I have had little else to do except reflect on my choices. When we became knights, we swore an oath to protect the weak. That's what I've always done.
This world has no place for honor like that anymore, my friend.
Then I belong in the past. This is who I am, Alistair, and I will never change. My rightful place is at the wall. Everywhere else, the vile and ambitious prosper, while the just perish. Sworn brothers live only by their oath. Their duty is the only thing that gives meaning to their lives. It is the only place where I can be myself, and not put anyone in danger.
Why did you not stay there?
Jane. I can save her. I swore I would do it.
Ah, yes. Jane.
I cannot leave her with Halton. I will go alone if I have to, but I need to get her out of there.
You never change. No matter what the risks are, you do as you see fit. But don't worry. I have my own matters to settle with that little shit. I will go with you.
Thank you, old friend.
Now, tell me. I still don't know who this girl is, and what everyone wants with her.
She is of Targaryen blood. And on top of that, she is carrying the unborn bastard of King Robert. Jon Arryn knew about the child, and tried to hide her by sending her north. Because of that, there are many who will do anything to get their hands on her and her child.
I see. Halton is using her child to rally the supporters of the old regime to his cause.
If only it were just Halton. Even your bastard brother is after Jane.
I was aware of that, yes. I heard about this. It's not just Valar that we have to deal with here. That snake has done well for himself since the rebellion. He's now in the service of the Queen herself.
How do you know all of this?
I went to the Red Keep on my return. There I learned that the Queen was taking advantage of Jon Arryn's death to eliminate all of King Robert's bastards. From what I heard, Valar was her chief huntsman. Your Jane is on his list. That's why he's after you. And he won't stop until he has the girl.
Valar. I look forward to destroying him myself.
I've watched how he works. He has changed. He is a powerful enemy now.
We should deal with Jane first. Once we have her, we can go after your brother.
We need supplies and a plan if we're to rescue Jane from Halton's grasp. We should go back to River Spring.
Agreed. Well, what are we waiting for?
You're alive!
Of course. Why? Did you think me dead?
Died for the Queen, they said. As if that would really happen. Alistair's too crafty to get himself killed, is what I told them. But it's Valar. That snake told everyone that he saw you die with his own eyes. He's sticking to his story, and as nobody dares contradict him...
Valar? He's here?
Yes, that's what I just said. Who on earth are you?
Ryman, you know Sir Mors Westford. He was at my side throughout the rebellion. What were you saying about Valar?
Well, he came here one day with his Bloodseekers. A bloody bunch of thieves, if you ask me. He put them in the castle, then declared that they had to stay there until he'd finished his affairs here. Meanwhile, he's been acting like the entitled lord of River Spring. He even stripped me of my rank of captain to give it to that bloody Wex. What I wouldn't give to rip the guts out of those two there.
That son of a whore sent his wretches to cause trouble at the wall, and now this. I will skin him alive.
Calm yourself. Valar is not a foe to be taken lightly.
Think about it, Alistair. The gods have handed him to us on a plate. We may as well pay him a little visit.
Well, well, what do we have here? Don't tell me Ryman's drunk again.
Captain, you'll have to introduce us to the innkeeper one day. We all wish he were as generous with us as he is with you.
Who are these two? Friends of yours?
Hold your wicked tongue. I am Alistair Sarwick, and these lands belong to me.
Alistair, you say? Sir Valar told us that you may turn up here. You shouldn't have come back, my friend. You're supposed to be dead. And we're here to make sure you stay that way.
Ой, опять драка. Давай добивай его уже. Наконец-то.
Those pieces of shite got what was coming to them. This attack can only mean one thing. Valar knew full well you weren't dead. He only said that to hurry the ceremony.
What ceremony?
The wedding! He has come to marry Eliana. claiming that the Crown wanted this matter settled once and for all. And as everyone believed you dead, she no longer had much choice, so she decided to accept.
And Valar ordered the Bloodseekers to lie in wait for me so I wouldn't spoil his plans. That bastard will stop at nothing.
But now that you're here, that changes everything. He plans to consummate this marriage before the end of tonight. We must make haste.
We must cut this snake off at the head. With him dead, his brigands will flee like the rats they are.
You'll never get in the castle like that. His Bloodseekers protect the square. All the entry points are guarded day and night. That brute Wex sees to that. You'll be outnumbered the moment you reach the gates.
The two of us are perfectly capable of fighting our way through. Hard and fast, Alistair. Like when we ravaged Rhaegar's battle lines at Stag's Mount.
And if we fail? I don't want to take that risk. There's too much at stake. Ryman, how many guards remain loyal to you?
Only a handful, I'm afraid. Valar hanged 3 of my men for treason. Their only wrongdoing was telling him openly what they thought. After seeing that, many of the others left the town to return to their families.
A handful will not suffice. We need the support of all River Springs so Valar dare not touch us.
You should speak with Maester Harwin. He'll know what to do.
Where can I find him?
At the port. He thought Valar was lying about you all along. He spends his time over there, speaking to boatmen from King's Landing to receive news of you.
Let's go. We have to stop this wedding, no matter the cost.
Very well. I shall try to gather some swords. I will return to you as soon as I can.
Be careful, cousin.
You too, Alistair.
Так, давай заберем. Все, больше ничего нет. Ладно, будем заканчивать на сегодня. Всем всего доброго, до скорых встреч. Пока-пока-пока.